My beloved child, you were never supposed to find this by chance. I've been waiting for the precise second when your soul would be ready, and that second is now. There are moments in eternity when silence becomes impossible, and this is one of them. I can't stay silent anymore, not when your heart is standing on the edge of something this holy, this unseen, this unrepeatable. You've been sensing it, haven't you? That strange shift in your spirit. That quiet feeling that something massive is moving around you, but just out of reach. It's not your imagination. It's me. This message, this voice, this moment, I wove it into your life before your first heartbeat. I buried it in time and set angels on assignment to make sure it reached you exactly when it needed to. And now, heaven leans in. Because what I'm about to say will unlock what you've been waiting years to see. Don't skip. Don't turn your heart away. Something huge is waiting for you, and it starts with this. You've been fighting silent battles that no one applauded, carrying wounds that never fully closed, pushing forward when everything inside you whispered, just quit. And I saw every single second of it. I wasn't forward. I wasn't silent. I was watching and recording, because not one tear was wasted. But here's the part you never saw coming. The delay wasn't denial. The silence wasn't rejection. I was building something inside you that the world couldn't steal, and what I built is now activated. Yes, something has been activated in the spirit realm as you're hearing these words. You're not the same person you were even yesterday. The atmosphere around your life is shifting, and you can feel it. This is why I can't stay silent. Because the moment you've unknowingly prayed for, the one buried in whispers and groans too deep for words, it's here. It's alive, and it's already unfolding. You didn't miss it. Even though it felt like everyone else moved ahead, even though you blamed yourself for the detours, even though you questioned whether you were enough, you're right on time. You're standing at the door I carved into time just for you. And child, that door is beginning to open. You're about to see what you survived for. You're about to understand why I said not yet when you begged me for now. I was protecting the weight of what's coming, because what's coming is not a blessing, it's a reversal. A complete reversal of every loss, every lie, every delay. And listen, there is more. Much more. Stay till the end. Because in the next breath, I'm going to show you what the enemy hoped you'd never discover. You were always meant to collide with this moment, though nothing in your journey made it look that way. The detours, the heartbreaks, the prayers that echoed back without a reply, they weren't proof of absence. They were alignment. Something has shifted in the unseen, and I need you to understand why I've been silent until now. I wasn't withholding out of punishment. I was waiting until the roots beneath your soul were strong enough to carry what's coming next. And now, they are. Your eyes have only seen the surface. But behind the curtain, I have been writing the timeline of what the enemy thought was finished. Yes, the part of your life that seemed buried. I never let it die. I hid it, preserved it, protected it from destruction until your heart could carry resurrection, not resentment. What's about to happen is not a recovery. It's a rebirth. And I need you alert, because the signs are subtle. Opportunities that look small will carry doors into destiny. Conversations you'd typically ignore will be sacred intersections. People you thought were random will be divine messengers in disguise. Your eyes must see beyond what's obvious, because I am not coming the way you expected. I am coming disguised in what looks ordinary. That's why I brought you here, to sharpen your spirit, to help you notice what others overlook. Don't scroll past this. I'm not speaking through thunder. I'm whispering through moments. Pay attention. Your atmosphere is shifting. Some things that once clung to you emotionally are beginning to fall off. Fear is loosening. Doubt is shrinking. And deep within your chest, there's a new strength rising, not because you earned it, but because I placed it. This is not the end of your story. This is the page where everything turns. The chains that bound you for years won't survive what I've just awakened inside you. The doors you couldn't open before will now respond to the sound of your steps. You won't have to beg. You won't have to force. What is yours will begin to recognize you. The season that begins now will not look like anything that came before it. And while others may not understand the sudden shift in your life, you will know it began the moment you decided to listen instead of scroll. Stay with me. I haven't shown you the most important part yet. What you're about to see next is the piece of the puzzle you've been searching for all along. It happened during a night you don't even remember. While you were sleeping, I issued a command in heaven. That command set in motion a series of alignments that would eventually lead you here, to this revelation, to this message, to this awakening. You've been asking me questions that your mind could not form into words. The ache in your chest wasn't confusion. It was spiritual readiness. What you felt as emptiness was actually the preparation of divine space, a clearing for something sacred to enter. And now, it's beginning. I need you to hear this clearly. What's been activated around you is not fragile. It's not delicate. It's not temporary. What I have spoken over your life is backed by eternity. And once it begins, no power can reverse it. The reason you felt unsettled lately, even in places that once brought comfort, is because I'm stirring you out of cycles that were beneath your calling. You've outgrown certain environments, emotionally, spiritually, relationally. That discomfort isn't punishment. It's me moving you toward clarity. You've asked me to reveal your purpose. But before purpose is seen, there must be separation. I'm removing what clouded your vision. You won't need to force anything. The right people, the right opportunities, the right momentum, it's all coming, not through striving, but through obedience. Don't scroll. Not now. Because I'm about to hand you something that shifts the timeline of your future. There are words I've whispered to you before that you brushed off as your own thoughts. But those weren't just ideas. They were blueprints. I placed them in your heart to see if you would steward them even in silence. And you did. You carried what you didn't fully understand. You protected dreams no one validated. Because of that faithfulness, I've begun to unlock what had been sealed. Over the coming days, you will begin to notice a new kind of clarity. Decisions that once drained you will now feel easy. Doors that were confusing will suddenly make sense. And through it all, I will be close, not just in spirit, but in detail. I haven't brought you this far to leave you wondering. I'm about to make everything obvious. The mystery that surrounded your next step is about to break open, and when it does, you'll realize why everything had to unfold the way it did. What I reveal next will explain the wait. Don't miss it. Stay until the end, because this is where the answers begin to speak louder than the questions ever did. There's something I've been holding back, not out of cruelty, but out of timing. Now that you've stayed, now that your heart is still and listening, I can finally release it. You were never meant to survive your battles and remain unchanged. You were meant to be transformed by them. What you walked through didn't just shape you. It refined the authority within you. I didn't rescue you from the fire. I walked with you through it so that when you emerged, you wouldn't just be healed. You'd be equipped. You're not who you used to be. That's why familiar surroundings feel unfamiliar now. That's why old patterns suddenly feel unbearable. What once felt like comfort now feels like confinement, because the level I've called you to can no longer exist in the space that once sustained you. The shift is sacred. What I'm unfolding in your life requires clarity, not noise. That's why I've been quiet, not absent. My silence wasn't distance. It was a pause before the reveal. And here is what I must now show you. You've been marked for restoration in areas you forgot to hope for. I'm not just reviving your dreams. I'm rebuilding the years. It's season you thought was lost. I've preserved the seed of it, and it's still alive. Don't miss what I'm saying. This isn't hype. It's divine reality. The years that seemed wasted are not gone. They've been layered with value, waiting for this moment to be redeemed. And now, the release begins. This is why I stirred your spirit. Why certain desires have reawakened. Why ideas you shelved long ago suddenly came back with force. I'm not reminding you of the past to frustrate you. I'm reminding you because I'm about to resurrect what you thought was over. Don't skip this. You're in the unveiling. What felt like disappointment was often redirection. The opportunities that passed you by weren't taken. They were delayed until you were truly ready. You no longer need to question if you missed your moment. This is your moment. This is the part where everything shifts. Not in chaos, but in divine order. Watch what happens next. Watch how things that were hard begin to flow. Watch how doors begin to respond to your faith rather than your fear. What's coming will not look like your efforts. It will look like my fingerprint. And when you see it, you'll know. This wasn't luck. This wasn't coincidence. This was me. Always me. Finally revealed. A shift occurred the moment you received the last message. You may not have noticed it in your surroundings yet, but your spirit recognized the change instantly. Something lifted. Something unlocked. Something ancient and divine turned its face toward you, and now the ripple of that turning is beginning to touch every corner of your life. There is something I've kept hidden until now, not to tease your heart but to prepare it. You are stepping into a season where what once felt random will suddenly reveal its structure. Patterns you didn't understand will start forming meaning. Events you wrote off as coincidences will expose their purpose. I have been weaving threads through your story in ways you couldn't see, and now the tapestry is beginning to turn toward you. Be attentive. Don't skip this moment. Every sentence carries a piece of the clarity you've been craving. There is a reason your spirit has felt heavier in certain rooms and lighter in others. Your discernment is maturing. Your sensitivity is sharpening. The veil covering your instincts is thinning because you're entering and you're aware you must recognize what aligns with your calling and what distorts it. New environments are approaching you. Some will present themselves quietly, disguised as ordinary opportunities. Others will appear with weight, carrying the unmistakable pressure of destiny. You will feel the difference the moment you step near them, not through emotion, but through a deep knowing that rises from a place within you that has recently awakened. I'm guiding you into territory that once intimidated you, not to overwhelm you, but to show you that the version of yourself you're becoming is far larger than the life you're leaving behind. You're being elevated from within. Strength is forming in places where disappointment once lived. Confidence is sprouting where hesitation used to hold ground. And here is the part I've waited the longest to reveal. The breakthrough you've been expecting is not coming from the direction you assumed. It's approaching from an angle you never considered, through a channel you never prayed for, and through a door you didn't even know existed. I concealed the path so the enemy could not interfere. I hid the route so fear wouldn't sabotage your steps. Stay till the end of this journey because the unveiling is still unfolding. Something huge is approaching, quietly, steadily, deliberately. You're closer to fulfillment than your emotions realize. You're standing nearer to the turning point than your thoughts can measure. Listen closely now. A new assignment is drawing near. A new version of you is rising. A new chapter is preparing its entrance. And the next thing I reveal will explain why your heart survived everything it did, because the weight of glory attached to what's coming would have crushed who you used to be. You've made it this far because something deep within you knew. This message wasn't just for listening, it was for responding. Hearts are being stirred, chains are breaking, and heaven is releasing rivers of living water through every word. Now you have a chance to do more than receive. You have a chance to multiply it. You prayed, "Use me, Lord." This is how I'm answering you. Through your giving, I will reach souls you will never meet, in places you will never walk. This is the harvest moment, and what you sow right now, in faith and fire, will return to you in waves of favor, healing, and provision. As you give, I declare over your life, let the oil of joy replace mourning. Let open heavens flood your home with miracles. This is not about money. This is about movement, divine movement. Give boldly. Give now. Be part of what God is birthing in this hour. Support this mission through Super Thanks, membership, or through the PayPal link in the video description below. Obey the stirring. Step into the glory. There's something you need to see, something I've hidden in plain sight, waiting for your heart to slow down long enough to notice. While the world demanded your attention, I placed signs in your path. Quiet confirmations, gentle interruptions, timed encounters. Every one of them was designed to lead you to this exact point. This isn't about small encouragements anymore. This is about divine alignment. You are standing in front of a convergence that cannot be fabricated. Years of prayers, sacrifice, and obedience are merging into something measurable, something that will move from spiritual promise to tangible evidence. You sense the urgency, not because of fear, but because your soul recognizes the nearness of something sacred. That stirring inside you, it's not anxiety, it's awareness. Heaven has been pressing closer, and your spirit can feel it before your mind can explain it. I want you to understand what's really happening. There's a breaking open in the atmosphere around your life. A moment like this doesn't repeat. That's why distractions have increased. That's why old habits have tried to resurface. They are not random. They are resistance. They were sent to interfere with what's being delivered to you now. Don't let the noise drown this message. I'm not preparing you for survival anymore. I'm positioning you for legacy. What I place in your hands next won't just impact you, it will touch generations. The way you respond to this season will mark your lineage. The choices you make in this sacred space will echo far beyond your lifetime. There's an inheritance written with your name on it. Not just spiritual, strategic ideas, partnerships, favor, clarity. These are not motivational ideas. They are mapped into your timeline. And now that the timing is right, I'm unfolding them. Stay with me here. You're not being asked to perform. You're being asked to receive. That's what makes this moment so critical. I'm not calling you to earn what's coming. I'm inviting you to embrace it. You've waited long enough. You've questioned deeply. You've wondered if anything would ever shift. But this time, it's not another cycle. It's a doorway. The kind that only opens once. Keep watching closely. You will soon recognize why nothing made sense until now. What I reveal next won't just change your circumstances. It will redefine how you see yourself in my story. What you're stepping into was never meant to be rushed. There are moments in your story that required stillness, not speed, because what I'm building through you carries weight far beyond your lifetime. I've been anchoring your soul so that when this next release arrives, it won't sweep you away. It will establish you. The reason you felt such pressure lately isn't because you're behind. It's because destiny is catching up to your readiness. What once seemed delayed is now beginning to overtake you, and the acceleration may feel overwhelming at first. That's why I need your focus, not on the chaos, but on me. Your awareness of my timing will be your greatest advantage in this new terrain. Watch how I use interruptions as invitations. Watch how closed doors become confirmations. Watch how unexpected encounters unlock answers you never thought to ask for. You won't need to chase after anything. I'm guiding the movement now. There's a specific reason I've kept certain people at a distance. You thought it was rejection. In truth, it was preservation. Not everyone can carry the weight of where you're going. The path I've carved out for you requires clarity, and I won't allow compromise to interfere with this next layer of purpose. Listen carefully. There is territory assigned to your name that has not yet been claimed. Spiritual assignments have been waiting for your yes. Not a generic yes, but the one you make from maturity, from wisdom gained in the dark, from faith refined through fire. Don't underestimate how far you've come. You carry insight now that can't be taught, only live. And that insight is going to unlock favor in places your name has never even been spoken. I'm not giving you influence to impress. I'm giving you access to transform. This is why I've trained you in silence. You weren't overlooked. You were being equipped without distraction. Stay with me, because what's next will test your discernment. Not every good offer will be my offer. Not every open door leads to your assignment. But you'll know the difference. You'll feel my peace, even when the path feels unfamiliar. And when you feel it, walk through without hesitation. This chapter is being written differently. You're no longer navigating from wounds. You're leading from wholeness. And in that wholeness, I'm releasing strategy that only makes sense in this divine timing. Remain alert. The next moment I orchestrate will feel small at first, but it will change everything. This moment is sacred, not because of anything visible, but because of what is forming behind the veil. What you're sensing right now is not pressure. It's the vibration of heaven moving near. The closer your purpose comes, the more the unseen begins to manifest in ways your heart can detect before your mind can explain. You've been noticing subtle signs lately. Words spoken by strangers that struck deeper than they should have. Delays that redirected you plans unexpectedly. Dreams that felt strangely alive. These are not coincidences. They are signals. I've been arranging confirmations around you, like breadcrumbs, to show you the path you didn't know you were walking. The reason I allowed uncertainty in certain areas wasn't to confuse you. It was to keep you dependent on the voice that cannot be misled. In this next phase, you won't need approval to move. You'll need sensitivity to respond. There is a divine appointment approaching, one that doesn't carry a title, but it holds a key. This key will not look like an opportunity at first. It will look like a convenience. Hidden inside that disruption is an instruction that will unlock territory you never imagined stepping into. This is not about being noticed. It's about being positioned. You were never meant to fit in with systems built for temporary success. I've been carving out space for you in realms that only respond to obedience. What I open now cannot be touched by manipulation or performance. Stay present. Don't scroll away from what I'm about to unfold next. Something huge is shifting, and your awareness of it will be the difference between stepping into it or standing beside it. I've been restoring your discernment. You've started noticing what once went unnoticed. The feeling in your spirit when peace speaks, the pause in your soul before a wrong turn, the alertness that rises when something is not from me. Trust these signals. They are me guiding you in real time. You're not navigating this by instinct alone. You're being led by precision. That's why so much has changed within you lately. Old reactions are fading. Unnecessary battles are losing your attention. Even your prayers have matured. That's not accidental. It's alignment. Now, here's the surprise I've been holding. The very area where you felt the greatest warfare is the same area where I'm about to display the greatest wonder. What the enemy tried to shut down will become the very platform of my glory in your life. Prepare yourself. Not by striving, but by listening. Your spirit already knows what's coming. Your role now is to remain still enough to hear the next instruction, because when it comes, it won't repeat. Not all turning points arrive with fanfare. Some enter through quiet shifts barely noticed by the world, yet weightier than decades of noise. You are living one of those shifts now. The ground beneath your feet is not shaking, it's aligning. What felt unstable is not falling apart. It's being restructured for something more permanent. I need you to understand this. Your prayers have reached the moment where they no longer require words. I have begun responding not to what you say, but to what you carry. The atmosphere around you is reacting to your posture, your obedience, your stillness under pressure. You are no longer speaking for answers. You're walking in the authority of what's already been answered. Do not measure what I am doing by how it looks today. The signs will be subtle. Unexpected peace in the middle of disruption. Provision where there used to be lack. A sudden clarity when options seemed blurred. I'm not coming through the door you were watching. I'm stepping in from the side you didn't guard. Not to catch you off guard, but to remind you I never move in predictable patterns. You've been asking me, when will I see it? I'm asking you, are you ready to recognize it when it comes wrapped in something unfamiliar? What I'm releasing will not wear the labels you've been taught to look for. The opportunity might appear in a conversation you almost skipped. The answer may be hidden inside an instruction that feels inconvenient. Stay alert. There is a realignment happening in your connections. People tied to your next season will begin to appear, often without introduction. Watch how easily you understand each other. Watch how quickly peace enters when you speak. These are not random encounters. They are divinely ordered arrivals. I've also been removing certain voices from your ear. Not out of anger, but because clarity can't exist in confusion. The opinions you once needed now hold no influence, because I've taught you how to recognize my voice above them all. What happens next won't depend on force, but on flow. The right doors will respond to your presence. The right people will move toward you without effort. The right moments will arrive without striving. And when it begins, you won't need confirmation. Your spirit will know. Stay here. Stay close. Because what I reveal in the next movement of this message will explain what every past delay was truly protecting. There is a reason this message found you now and not before. Your heart is finally positioned to receive what was once too weighty to carry. This is not the ending of your journey. This is the unveiling of your assignment. You have reached a spiritual threshold. Not one that demands more striving, but one that opens because of your surrender. The doors I am unlocking now aren't physical structures. They are realms of understanding, depths of peace, and clarity that cannot be shaken. These are things no one can take from you because they were not given by man. They were authored by me. The hesitation you felt was not weakness. It was reverence. You've been walking more carefully because something inside you knows you've stepped into holy ground. What you're experiencing is not pressure. It's the weight of purpose beginning to rest upon you in a new way. This final part of the message isn't closure. It's confirmation. You didn't imagine the shifts. You weren't wrong about the timing. You haven't missed anything. In fact, you're exactly where I intended you to be, not behind, not ahead, perfectly aligned. The revelation I leave you with is this. You are not stepping into a future that's unknown. You're stepping into a fulfillment that was already finished. What's coming next is not being created, it's being released. I've gone before you. I've cleared the unseen resistance. I've set divine markers that your spirit will recognize even when logic cannot. And I've ensured that what belongs to you cannot be delayed any longer. You won't need to force access. The timing itself will usher you in. There will be peace in your decisions, not pressure. There will be ease in your steps, not exhaustion. There will be favor that makes no sense to others, but will be undeniable to you. Walk forward, not in fear, but in full assurance. The weight is lifting. The clarity is arriving. The shift has begun. This is not the end of the message. It's the beginning of your manifestation. And now, with all of heaven watching, I speak this over you. What I have started, I will complete. Amen. You've just witnessed a divine revelation, and now heaven is watching how you respond. This moment is holy. Don't let it pass without releasing something from your hand that matches what just broke open in your heart. You said, God, I want to be part of something eternal. He is answering you now, through this very opportunity to give. Your gift is not small. It is seen. And I declare, as you sow into this message, rivers will flow back to you, rivers of restoration, strategy, and supernatural breakthrough. This is your act of worship, your faith in motion, your fire on the altar. Let the heavens see your obedience. Let your generosity echo through eternity. Give through super thanks. Join the mission through membership, or pour into this move of God through the PayPal link in the description. Hype this message now. Let your action match the urgency of my voice. When you hype this video, you do more than boost an algorithm. You amplify a divine signal that someone else desperately needs to hear. This message is not meant to stay hidden. It is meant to roar across timelines and screens, shaking the silence, stirring the weary, and reaching hearts I'm still calling. Let it echo. Let it move. And when the final word fades, don't go quiet. Speak. Declare. Comment boldly below, God, I heard you, and I will not stay silent either. This is your public moment of agreement, your signature in heaven's book that says, I received this word, and I will carry it forward. Your voice activates what your spirit just absorbed. Let me see your response. Let the world see your alignment. Not for entertainment, not for noise, but for alignment. This channel is not just content, it is my conversation with you. Every message is a lifeline. Every word I speak here is timed, targeted, and soaked in heaven's presence. If you want to keep hearing me, then stay connected to the place I speak from. Tap subscribe. Turn on the bell. Remain where my voice remains. Your next confirmation is coming sooner than you think. Amen.